me, Instant Gaming are doing a giveaway once again because it is the start of the month where you can win any game of your choice. The link is in the description of this video. Check it out. All you got to do is complete all the requirements to be in a chance of winning, and literally Need for Speed Heat is just around the corner. What better could you ask for? I freaking love Need for Speed with a passion. So people, before we actually do get in with today's video, I want to play a little game, and you could actually end up being Razor. What you need to do is like the video, and then you need to check for likes, and whatever the last digit of the likes is, that is what character you actually are from a previous Need for Speed. For example, if it ends in number 6, that means you are completely the ultimate hard man Razor from Need for Speed Most Wanted. Also comment down below what character you actually are from the Need for Speed series, and yeah. So in today's video, well, the video of a day, we actually did talk about the multiplayer that is coming in Need for Speed Heat, which was actually a really good video to actually explain in-depth stuff about what's going to be happening once it gets released and what we could actually do in the multiplayer line on Need for Speed Heat. Well, today we're actually talking about the story campaign now, and I've got to admit some things are pretty interesting, and it does actually raise some concerns as well, but we're actually going to be talking about all this in today's video. Now, there was an article going about a couple of days ago considering the storyline, the single player mode in Need for Speed Heat, and yeah, it sounds actually really good and interesting. And the first things that actually did pop up was to build up your cars and progress the story, you'll need to complete a different times a day. Unlike previous entries, Heat splits its campaign neatly into 2. When the sun is up, you'll be competing for the cash in a series of race, drift and off-road events called the Speed Hunter Showdown. Curiously, Ghost Games has dropped the straight line drag races that were prevalent in Payback. They weren't the most compelling event type to win. And then we've also got you merely watched a bar at the top of the screen and you pressed the right button when the cursor hovered over the green section. Riley wouldn't say why the mode has been dropped, but hinted that it could return in the future. It's something we all know our fans enjoy, he said. We were looking at different ways to give that to the players. So there is telling us that the campaign is actually set up to 2 parts. So obviously during the day there's going to be events that you actually can't do at night time, and I'm guessing they're also going to be different difficulties as well, which is obviously a really good thing. It mixes things up a bit with Need for Speed Heat once it actually gets released and we do get our hands on it. And also there's something that is going on as well. The coppers during the day aren't as furious as they are at night time. So for example, you could be like cruising and then the coppers could be on your tail during the day and they don't ram you as hard, but if it was actually night time, then things actually do take a turn for the worst. If you're actually cruising around at night time and then the coppers are behind you, then they are going to come down 5 times as hard as they would during the day, which obviously will take effect in the story campaign as well. Whether you're doing it with yourself or you're doing it with your teammates, it's completely up to you, but I definitely do recommend doing it with your teammates because you can help each other out. Now, so carrying on in the article, we've also got at night you'll be accruing a currency called Reputation that unlocks new events, cars and parts. In general, you can choose how long you want to spend in each setting. The fastest way to progress through the game though is to regularly alternative between race times. So obviously driving during the day and doing race events during the day will obviously give you that reputation, but I'm guessing if you do it at night time, since it will be harder difficulty, you'll get like double the reputation, I'm guessing. And obviously, like I said, the fastest way to actually progress through the game is actually doing races at different times. So what that actually could mean is, say it's like 12 o'clock noon on Need for Speed Heat and there's an event right there, and then you go and check that later on time in that day and then that event's disappeared. That'll be pretty good that you've got like a certain time to actually catch certain events. And then if you miss that event and then you've got to actually complete that event to actually progress longer through the story mode, you've actually got to wait then a couple of hours in game time for that event to actually pop up, complete, and then actually move and progress through that storyline. That would be really good as well. That's just an idea, but then again, that could actually be happening. It would make the game a bit more difficult and it would make the game go on a bit longer, but then again, that's what we want in a Need for Speed game. We don't want the storyline to be actually short. We want it to be more longer, and with it being this way around, it actually could be. So yeah, races during the day will disappear, and then new races or events will actually happen at night time, as well as different type of difficulty. Yeah, they definitely are going the right way about Need for Speed. Now, further on reading the article, this was definitely something I did enjoy to see, and it was just something that I did enjoy to read also. So we've also got the new campaign structure is supported by a fresh setting, Palm City, that is loosely based on Miami and other parts of the southern east United States. Ghost Games has also returned to the tuner culture that is prolifically in the much loved Need for Speed, underground and carbon entries. That means lots, and I mean lots of underbody neon lights, over the top spoilers and side skirts. Neon culture is actually coming back into the car culture, Alban explained. You can even tweak the sound of your exhaust with four different sliders called tone, timbre, overrun, and obviously resonance. I think that's how you pronounce that. I may be wrong, but then again, you know what I mean? So yeah, we obviously do know that we can actually do different tones of the exhaust, which does look really good. The gameplay in the background, where you can see different tone of the exhaust, and then you've also got the flames shooting at the back, which is obviously something really good. But me, if you like upgrading or basically, yeah, upgrading and customizing a Nissan GTR, to me, you want to keep the sound standard. You want to keep it stock. You don't want to be changing that at all, because what makes a Nissan GTR very nice is obviously how loud it is and how nice it actually does sound. So changing that, to me, it's just a no-no. It definitely is a no-no, but then again, it's still good that they're giving us that option in Need for Speed. Now we've got more information about the storyline. Well, kind of, but yeah, we've got, in addition, he has a new approach to storytelling. With Payback, Ghost Games went for an action movie vibe with fully voiced characters and a bombastic revenge plot that was clearly inspired by the last few Fast and Furious movies. He, however, will let you race as one of the 12 customizable avatars. You won't be silent protagonist. I'll just leave that. The company tried with its 2015 Need for Speed reboot, but you won't be terribly talkative like Ty, Mac, and Jess were in Payback. Either you're not a mute. Riley said you do speak, but we'll let you define your experience much more. So yeah, we're not having a proper action storyline like we did in Need for Speed Payback, where you steal the Koenigsegg. That won't be happening in Need for Speed Heat. I did actually enjoy that vibe, but then again, it felt like it was just too scripted in Need for Speed Payback, and you couldn't actually do whatever you want. But this time around in Need for Speed Heat, you can customize your avatars. By the looks of it, you can actually do what the hell you want in Need for Speed Heat. You can do it how you want, where you want, what time you want. And yeah, that is just what we've got. We've got more freedom with Need for Speed Heat, and I'm guessing we could actually, what would actually be really good as well if this actually happened in the storyline. See, there's loads of different routes you could take. Say like you come to a character and you have to press like the button A to say one caption or button B to say the other caption. Whatever you actually do say to the character will actually take a massive impact towards the end of the storyline. That would be really good as well. So we could actually replay the storyline and do different type of routes. I think that does need to be addressed into Need for Speed Heat if it isn't already. But anyways, following the article, right, we've also got, there will be a story, obviously, but the team is being coy with the details right now. I think more people are going to be very pleasantly surprised, Riley said. So we've got big expectations for this storyline, which obviously you could tell. It's much more serious and much more grounded. It's focused on street racing and surrounding experience of that, and it really speaks to the game. So it's like less like, oh, there's the game, and over here there's a story. It's more like that. There's an experience, and the story is a part of that. So Riley is giving us big expectations there by the looks of what we've seen from Need for Speed Heat. Now, the graphics wise, the car wise, the customization wise, and overall experience, I've got a feeling they're not going to let us down this story mode, because they won't put that much effort into a Need for Speed. Well, I can't remember what the last Need for Speed was where they put this much effort into a Need for Speed as they have Need for Speed. And yeah, big expectations for the storyline. It's going to be something big, and I'm hoping it is going to be very, very long, which obviously will be really, really good. But we won't know it until we actually do get our hands on it, unfortunately. But we do know one thing. We've got a couple of main characters, and people are saying Darius is coming back into Need for Speed Heat, which I'm guessing he probably won't. Everyone would be pleasantly surprised if he did actually return and turned out to be the copper that is, by the looks of it, after us and hoping to get us busted, and is going to cause us a lot of trouble and havoc in Need for Speed Heat once we do progress through the storyline. One of the last parts, but the full article is going to be linked in the description anyway, so you can actually read it all. It goes on for absolute hours, so I'm already reading the most important bits links in this article. So we've got Ghost Games has abandoned the movie-inspired set pieces of paper, which include stealing the Koenigsegg from a moving truck. It's not to say that those experiences don't have a place in Need for Speed. We just feel like we want to focus more on the core experience and build from there. Riley said, someday you may see those experiences in Need for Speed again, but we just felt like there was so much more we could do just around street racing that we didn't need to reach that far. So yeah, they're definitely going the right way about Need for Speed here. They're going to give us more action packed, but still grounded. So we're not going to see that, like they said, the Fast and Furious scenes where, like they said, you steal a Koenigsegg and you jump out back of a truck. We're not going to be seeing that type of stuff. So I'm definitely getting the vibe where it's going to be like a mixture between like a storyline like Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and then obviously chucking Need for Speed Underground 2 and Need for Speed Underground in that mixture as well. It just sounds like that. I'm definitely catching the vibe that they're doing something pretty good with this Need for Speed here, and we actually don't have that long to play this. We've got a couple of weeks, and then we actually do finally get our hands on the game, which is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And we're going to get loads of content here on the channel, including campaign walkthrough, which I'm really excited to actually play. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd explain this into a video if you actually haven't seen it anyway. But like I said, the article is going to be the link in the description of this video if you actually want to read it all. So like I said, it'll take a couple of hours to actually go through it, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you know Need for Speed, you're going to read and watch everything to do with Need for Speed, and that is exactly why you're going to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to check that last digit, because you don't know what character you're going to be. And yeah, let's hope you're not Razor, because who wants to be Razor? I don't know. You may want to be Razor. I don't want to be Razor. But yeah, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you actually did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.